everyone, welcome to another Stamp Chatter video. I was sitting here today playing with cards and my cutter was giving me a whole lot of problems, and I just thought, what on earth is going on? I can't seem to get a nice clean cut today. And I changed my blade like literally a week ago, so you know, like this just wasn't making any sense to me. And then I kind of clued in that my cutter was probably dirtier than I was thinking it was, and I should probably clean it. And so I'm here to just give you a few tips today on maybe why your cutting is not working for you before you go ahead and throw out that blade that you might think is dull, and it really isn't dull. It's really because you've got a dirty surface. So the first thing I want you to do is grab a scrap piece of paper and stick it in the channel where the blade goes, and just run it up and down and try and get, I've already done this so you're not going to see any dust bunnies, but I had a lot of dust bunnies in my channel, and that will affect your cutting for sure. So make sure that you have that channel very, very clean and clear of any dust bunnies. The next thing you want to do is grab some rubbing alcohol and a paper towel and make sure that your surface is free of any glue. I mean, we're all guilty of gluing things together on a card, not waiting for it to dry, and then sliding it through the cutter because we're trimming something. You are going to get glue. I mean, you're just going to get glue. It's just part of crafting. Even if it's dried, you're going to get residue. So, you know, try and keep a very clean ruler. I have cleaned this several times already and I'm still getting dirt off of it. So clearly I haven't cleaned this in a very long time. So anyway, make sure that the back is very, very clean and it has no residue on it. That is another reason why you may get, not that your edges aren't straight, but they start to look ragged as if your blade is dull, and your blade isn't actually dull at all. You've just got a dirty surface or glue or something stuck somewhere and you just need to clean it. Another tip for you on maybe your blade is starting to get dull. However, most of us have a habit of cutting in one direction. So I'm making a card and I want to trim that down to 3 inches. So I put it on the 3-inch and I go up. And then I turn it around and I want another 3 inches and I bring my blade down and I go up. And that just seems to be my habit. Now maybe I want a 2.5 piece and I go up instead of coming down. Or you do the opposite. You cut and you're always cutting from the top down, top down, top down. In that case, you could be making one side of your blade more dull than the other. And before you go and throw it away again, I would take it out, take that blade out, and just turn it around and see if that works for you. Tricky, tricky. Okay. Take that out and then turn it around, put it back in, and then start cutting, and I'll bet you'll get a cleaner cut. The last trick here I want to show you, and it might sound a bit odd, but I have done this for years and it's just become a habit for me. I have to say though, this latest cutter from Stampin' Up, and it's been out for a few years now, is excellent at straight cuts. I mean, excellent. I don't have to worry about getting too much of a bit of a wonky cut, and you don't actually notice that it's wonky unless you're really trying to take 2 colors and we're trying to make a layer, and everybody knows me, I like a bit of a scant layer, and if I am even slightly off, I'm gonna get something like this. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, it won't be even and it'll drive me crazy. So what I've gotten into the habit of doing is, I know that these edges come from the manufacturer, and I'm going to assume that they're laser straight. So if I'm cutting a layer for the front of my card, and the front of my card is 5.5 by 4.25. So then I want to layer it, and maybe I'm making multiple layers because I'm making multiple cards, so which happens quite a bit. So that is 4 inches. Again, I know that's the manufacturer's laser cut side. I've just made my own cut, but I know that this side is still the manufacturer's lasered side. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to go to the 4-inch mark again, and then I'm going to cut. So I do that out of habit. I don't even think about it anymore. I probably don't need to on this cutter, but you might find a cutter that has, and really what the problem is this section here, it moves as you're bringing your cutter down. Whether you know it or not, it moves. So the other thing you really need to put yourself into the habit of doing, which I'm very bad at, is holding it down. Holding it down so you don't get any wiggle. But I also flip it over because I know that is the manufacturer's laser cut side. So just like that. So those are some tips I hope that help you today with your cutting experience, and hopefully will save you from throwing blades out that may be perfectly fine. It's just that you've got yourself a dirty cutter. So thanks for watching that quick tip, and we'll be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.